Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Stockport. It is crunch time today. It's Manchester United Champions League semi-finals, and we have a massive amount of games going on and around at this point. I don't think I've ever seen so much fixture congestion. I'll show you what I mean in a minute, but I promise you, it is mental. I've never seen the likes of it in all my life. Now, of course, we got to this stage last year before falling out to Liverpool on penalties, where we would have actually played Manchester United in the final of the Champions League. They won this competition last year, so we thought beating City was hard. Well, maybe United will be even harder. However, their league form would suggest that they might not be quite as good as City, so there is that option. Now, before we go to anything else, it's time for another poll. I know you guys love a poll. So in the description to this video, you'll find the straw poll to pick the team for the next save. The reason I'm doing this now, rather than waiting until actually the save finishes, because obviously we don't know when it's going to finish. It might be this season, it might be next season, it might be, hey, it might be 4 seasons down the line if we get some real bad luck, but I'd like to think we can do it fairly soon. But I don't want it to be a surprise to me. That way I've got more time to plan some stuff off camera and stuff to get the new save ready for when that comes around. So there'll be less, a smaller gap, basically. It still end up being like a week potentially, but otherwise it could be like 2, and we don't want that, do we? So yeah, in the description, go vote. The 2 teams are Vasas and Polonia Warsaw. Pick one of those for building a nation. Number 2, Electric Boogaloo and all that. And also, if there's any fans of either of those 2 clubs in my subscriber base watching these videos, do get in touch, because I'll probably want to know a lot about those clubs since the information is a bit sparse. And I want to use that for history segments and whatnot, and some other stuff we've got planned. So yeah, get in touch if you're a fan of either Vasas or Polonia Warsaw. How about Carl Rogers Jr., NASCAR driver, turning his team left into the Champions League? Yeah, he's always a popular figure, is old Carl. Although, given the aero package this year, he'd probably have to go to a league that has drafts. Gardog recently appeared in adverts for Paddy Power under the alter ego of Punt Master due to his ability to pump the ball up the pitch. Yeah, and he punts with precision. Kevin Wright recently began his TV career on the side after presenter Matthew Wright quit his own show. Kevin Wright seemed to fit right in to replace him because he had the right stuff. And he'll be great at it, provided he doesn't have to do any one-on-one interviews. Is it just me or is Nagoita super underrated? Never gets a mention but is superb. I cannot disagree any more than that, frankly. I feel like I praise him more than any other player in the team, to be honest. In virtually every game, I'm always singing his praises. If anything, I think he gets more credit than just about anyone else in the squad. He is an absolute legend for us, but I don't think he's underrated at all. Right then, we've had 3 games off camera, then we're coming back from Manchester United, there's some more games off camera, and then Manchester United. Oh, this gonna be action-packed. So we started off in this little run against high-flying-ish Brighton, who have had a one hell of a turnaround under their new manager, Ivan Leko, I think his name is. He's done a fantastic job. They're looking at a top 10 finish, and they've beaten us. And they deserved it, in all honesty. Not that either team's really created much in this match. Slowey's injury did not help, and he will miss today's game against United. Bad times. But then, yeah, I thought we were going to hang on for a point, but then Mark Hitchin got the ball on the edge of the box from a corner and just pinged one in. We conceded one like this earlier this season too. Disappointed to lose, and I was really starting to get worried, quite frankly, because Everton were top of the league and they just keep on winning. Thankfully, the lads remembered that they're actually a professional football team in the next match, and probably the hardest game we've had for a while, and came out with a 2-0 victory at home to Arsenal. Very, very solid in this game. Liv Staku was an absolute hero, though. An early goal, getting the ball and just thundering it in. Keeper got a touch, it wasn't enough. And then 6 minutes later, John Veer slips the ball across the box, and there is Staku with his left foot to drill one low and hard to make it 2-0. We probably could have had more in this game. It was a good performance overall. Nice to see Villa getting an assist as well. And we really needed this against 8th placed Arsenal. And finally, we hosted Newcastle. They played a kind of weird system where we could work the ball into the box with their back 5 and just pen them in. And that's exactly what we did. Ball out on the left-hand side, whipped across. There was Ander Abasola to make it 1-0 from a header. Lovely old job. Philip Sola then made it 2-0 from the second phase of a corner. Julio Vigo on the left-hand side, whipping it across. And there was Sola to drive it home. We then made it 3-0 through Anthony Martial. For some reason, it won't let me show you the goal. When I click on it, it just, like, flashes up, which is really strange. I don't know why, but again, it was Julio Vigo out on the right, whipping it across, and there was Anthony Martial for 3-0. And then unfortunately, yeah, it wouldn't be a game against Newcastle without Kasper Dolberg netting for them against us anyway, but it didn't matter. But again, Kevin Wright was so poor in this match. There were chances for him, opportunities, and he just, I don't know, it's a shame. I really want him to do well, but lately he just really hasn't been at the races, unfortunately. And this was a fully rotated side, as you can see Bruno Bridges played, because I had to rest players for the United game today. And that leaves the league looking like this. We're actually not top. Everton have got 76 points. Everton have not lost a match since the 2nd of December. And that was against Manchester City. So, yeah, they're top. We do have 2 games in hand on them still. We're level on points with City with 1 game in hand on them. So we're still in the driving seat. You know, we win both. We go on to 81 points and actually go quite far clear of Everton and potentially 3 clear of City. United, they've had some tough games and they've sort of just dropped away now. We're 5 points clear with a game in hand on them as well. So it's looking pretty solid for that. I think top 3 is pretty much us, City and Everton. And The fact that Everton are going to get a top 3 finish this year is astonishingly good. And frankly, they're still in this title race, and I'm really, really impressed with them. It's great to see them doing so well. Now, I do just want to quickly show you something before we get into the Manchester United game, because the fixture congestion is atrocious. This is mental. I'm going to show you the calendar so you can understand just how ridiculous this is. So here's today. Here is the fixture today against Manchester United on a Tuesday. We then have a day off and then another game against them in the league on Thursday. Then a day off and then another game against Cardiff on Saturday. Then another day off. Then another game against Bristol City on Monday before another day off and another game against Manchester United on Wednesday. We've somehow been scheduled in for 5 matches in 9 days. I don't understand how we're supposed to get through this, particularly as 3 of them are against Manchester bloody United. I think that this could be what hobbles us this year. I've tried to rest, but it's so impossible. Like, even if we rest players here, there's still only 3 days off. They've got no training on these days at all. They're just going to be rest and recovery. But I'm genuinely thinking we're going to have to really put in a strong performance in the home leg. That's going to be the key to this, I think. Home leg, don't concede, win 2-0 or something. I just don't think we're going to go that far, not with the way the fixtures are at the moment. It's crazy. And here's how things are shaping up. Both of our centre-backs, Maya and Nos, are both still out. Sessegnon's unregistered, Shanahan isn't eligible because he's our player, and Lewis Cook is doubtful. But other than that, they are... I mean, I just don't see us getting through this. Guardiola's Man United. I just don't see it happening somehow. But regardless, we must push on. Obviously, Asna can't play, but this is fine. We can rotate. So Villa, Lane, Eels, Sloughy. Oh, he's back. Okay, brilliant. Okay, he is back. That's surprising. I didn't think he was going to be. Mello or Staiku. I still want to go with Liv Staiku. Both are Bednar, Roussel, Solert, unfortunately, Karius and Negoita. So nice and fresh for the most part, which is good. On the bench, Abasolo, Vigo, Mello, Wright, Dimitrov, Middledorp and Martial. I think the one thing we can have hope in is the fact that we'll have Guard Dog and maybe Maya back for the... Guard Dog will definitely be back for the second leg. Don't know about Julius Maya, though. That is the problem. But the home leg is first this time. And, yeah, it's against City. We knew what we needed. This one's going to be much tougher, I think. Right then, let's go. Ah, God, Ashley Park. I always say this, I know, but it does look so good at night. Oh, okay. So this is a guy, Johan, is it Johan? Yeah, Johan Mol. He's a guy I was actually after. But obviously we had Villa, so I didn't need him anymore. He came from Utrecht for like 30 million, which is a pretty good deal considering he's starting up front for United in the Champions League, isn't it? Right then, let's go. We have to basically, essentially, it's like a cricket match. We've got to put down a score today. But the key thing for me, more than anything, is to not concede, frankly. I feel like that's our ultimate mission right now, is to just avoid conceding a goal. Like, he can pull out some brilliant stuff, but he's often a bit lax at times. Sloughy, it's poor first touch, and Sloughy's all the way through! Wow, that first touch actually was better than I thought. Nice start from us. 6 minutes in, first shot, Cabrera saves. Part of me's tempted to try and do the shorter passing work ball into the boxing that we did against City, but I don't know if it will work against their formation. Roussel's too deep. Can he get it back across, maybe? No, he can't, surely. We might be able to. Sloughy! Oh, wonderful block, and it's out for another corner. Now that I've said that, of course, they'll never... Oh, my God. Why has he been given so much space? What a save. What a save from Negoita. He's just prevented the away goal, basically. Vednar. Maybe a breakaway for us? No, half-time. Okay, so right at the stroke of half-time, the first actual chance, really, goes to Man United, and Negoita pulls out the save. Good stuff. Game's really stagnating now. Uh-oh, free kick for United is the last thing we need. Oh, my God. Well, I mean... I just don't think we had the fitness levels to keep up with them, unfortunately. And now that it's 1-0, we're going to have to throw it on attacking. But the first half we looked okay, and then it's just sort of dwindled into nothing. Stephen Coyle's header. Free kick, of course. Direct, indirect, of course. All right, we've just got to go now. I mean, even if we were to turn this round and win 2-1, that's still not good. I'd much rather win 1-0 than 2-1. That's what I would say. Lane. Villa. He's gone all the way through here. John Villa! It's straight in. Straight equaliser. John Villa, all by himself, basically, levels things up. Right, okay, now we've got something to work towards, but 1-1 is so much worse than 0-0. That's the problem. We've conceded the goal. Lane here drops it inside, but Villa just sort of picks it up. Does, all right, I'll take you past. Goes to the edge of the box and just drills one. Goalkeeper's like, oh dear. It's 1-1 here at Ashley Park, and John Villa's got the goal. I might still put it on attacking, because I'm just very concerned that even if we were to turn this into a 2-1 win, that still wouldn't be that good. Here we go, Jamie Lane. It's straight in. Stockport 2, Man United 0. But again, it's the away goal. We've turned the game around in 9 minutes, which is fantastic. Jamie Lane's finally got a lovely free kick. That is a beauty. Oh, keeper's nowhere near it. Right then. But we need one more. I feel like 3-1, like against City, is the key scoreline here. I mean, a 2-1 win, I would absolutely take it, because it means that we can go to Manchester United, and if we can avoid defeat, we'll go through. But I just don't know if we're going to have the energy by the time it comes to that game, given that we've got 3 more matches in the next week in between. Cabrera, oh, go on, close him down. And that'll probably do it. There we go. Stockport 2, Manchester United 1. Part 1 of this is good. John Villa's done fantastically. Jamie Lane scored a free kick. And, oh, God, if we could just defend free kicks. I cannot make us do it. Stephen Coyle gets in there and scores the away goal for United, and I have a horrible feeling that could be key. Bednar had a poor match. Stockport 2, Manchester United 1. Now I get to sit and watch loading screens for bloody ages while we try and go through 3 games off cameras. See you in like 2 hours. Right then, we're back. We had a couple of games off camera, and as you can see, this game was... There was 1 day in between this and the last game, and look at the performance we were able to put in this match. Okay, they rested players, but we had to as well. But I did something in this game, and I think I might have found their kryptonite, their Achilles heel, and I'll explain that in a sec. But first, this is mental. So they took the lead through Juan Rojas. This was a bit cheeky because Abdurazak Slawi was down injured. We were down to 10 men. They kept on playing, bastards. Eventually the ball came to Rojas on the edge of the box and he just speared one. It was a lovely goal actually, just sort of swept it across the goalkeeper and there it was, making it 1-0 Man United. And at that point, I'd noticed they were pressing us very, very high. So I threw on attacking, obviously, because we were behind and we kind of needed to win. Put it on early crosses and hit more direct. And for the rest of this game, we absolutely trounced them. And I think that might be how we can get through them today. Because we're going to need to. But thankfully, in like first half stoppage time, Jamie Lane got the ball, whipped it through, and there was Russell Eels to just knock it past the goalkeeper to give us the equaliser before half time. However, we then had time for Russell Eels to actually put us in front before half time, as Cabrera just stood there with the ball, waited for Eels to come and get it, and then just kicked it into the net. So Eels actually scored 2 goals in first half stoppage time to flip the game around, which is crazy, considering we went behind in the 44th minute. And then, straight into the second half, John Villa made it, 3-1 in the 47th minute. But his goal was actually scored before, in terms of game time, was scored before Russell Eels' second goal, which is mental. So 3-1 up we suddenly found ourselves, and it just got better from there. Jamie Lane then added a 4th on the hour mark, played through by Russell Eels, who had an absolute field day in this one. And then he had another one 3 minutes later to make it 5-1. Karras got the ball on the right. I think it was Karras. Yeah, I think it was. Whipped the ball across. His header hit the crossbar. It came back to him, and he put it in for 5-1. What a performance. If we can do anything like that today, then I can see us get into a Champions League final. Now, obviously, they rested players, but still, fantastic, lad. Next up, we had a home game against bottom of the table Cardiff, and we only managed to win 1-0, and even that was a bit of luck. Ball whipped in by Vigo. Goalkeeper kind of missed/dropped the ball, and there was Philip Solar to head in the winner for us. We were still vastly the better side. Created a few little chances in this one here and there. Kevin Wright, again, 6.4. He went through a few times and just hit it straight at the goal. It's just... I don't know what to say, but it got us the win in the end. A scruffy one, but a win. But then, credit where credit's due. Kevin Wright put in a really good shift against Bristol City. Scored the first goal. Dimitrov out on the left-hand side, whipped it across, low ball, and there was Kevin Wright to tap it in. And that was the goal that won us the Premier League. Other things going a little bit weird elsewhere for other teams. Man City dropped some points against Newcastle because they got a red card, I think. And it was enough for us to go and win the league against Bristol City. That Man United win is huge for that. And Kevin Wright scored the goal that wrapped up the title. Everton looking very good for second place, though, which is fantastic for them. And on our second goal, Kevin Wright rolled the ball across, Middledorp picked it up and just bent one in the bottom corner. I think that was his first goal for us, although maybe he's got one more. I don't know, but a really, really crucial one to put the icing on the cake and a very comfortable victory in the end as we go to 84 points. We've got 1 game left against Southampton, and that's a free, basically, because we're 5 points clear at the top of the league now. It's beautiful. So, as you can see, this is the team I put out against Bristol City, and they did the job. But for now, it's time for the new guys, the big boys to come back in. Guard Dog, yeah, he's fine. He's got match condition, which is what's most important. Villa, Lane, Eels, Slawi, no. Steaku, thank you. Karius, Guard Dog, Roussel, Bednar, Negoita, all relatively fresh, and I don't know if Man United can say the same. Honestly, struggling for who to put on the bench, so I'm going to go with Martial, Vigo, Middledorp, Wright, Dimitrov, Mello, and Akwebu. Normally I'd have Abasolo, but unfortunately, yeah, the injury is not really helping us there. Greg Stubbs did actually have to come on and play in that game in place of Abasolo, and he did all right, but he's still not fully fit yet. Not to worry. So I'm going to start off as normal. If things start to go a bit pear-shaped, I've got that plan B in the back of my pocket to really try and... Because the problem with that is we were on attacking, so we could get caught out. But it's away goals that we need here. Just anything. I'm very nervous. Old Trafford actually doesn't look dissimilar to actual Old Trafford in here. It's pretty impressive. Going to be inserted. Oh, the players liked that. That's good to see. It's all on the line now. Can we go one step further than we did last year? God, I hope so. Although I feel like we're more up against it than we were in that game, in all honesty. Right then. This is it. We're up for it. Hopefully the players are rested. I didn't really have a look at the Manchester United fitness levels. I might have to take a gander at that. I think we're pretty solid in that sense. Lane. But we've got a plan B in our back pocket. Yeah, we're slightly fitter, I think. Only just, though. Villa, there we go. Can he hold the ball up for us? Sort of. Actually, he's done really well. Slawi goes past 1. Slawi's going all the way through. Slawi's all the way through. Oh my god! Abdurazak Slawi inside 2 minutes gives us the lead at Old Trafford. This is a goal for the... This is Messi-esque. Look at this. He gets the ball inside his own half, passes one player, keeps on running, keeps on going, goes past the second player, goes to the goalkeeper, and then dinks the goalkeeper at Old Trafford. That is insanity from Abdurazak Slawi. What a man he is. Holy crap, what a start. They're looking very strong here. Carrillo's ball. Mole. How is that onside? Johan Mol equalises for Manchester United literally 4 minutes later. I don't know how he's onside there. We just don't clear our lines properly. And then there's nobody to block this cross from coming in. Yeah, I think it was Bednar that plays him on in the end. And Johan Mol, I mean, we're still in front of the time. We've got our away goal, but oh, God. But they're giving us more possession than... Oh, no, come on. Oh, Nagoita gets a tip to that, and at least we've got 2-on-1 in all of these. They're not leaving loads of players forward. That's a great tackle. Oh, God, it's gone straight through for Vinicius Jr. Great save from Nagoita. We're making our own problems. Some of our tackles are just going straight into their path. This does not feel right to me. Bringing it away for us. Maybe he can redeem himself. Oh, God, we need to look back post. Villa? Eels? Yes, it's 2! And that is huge now, because Manchester United need to score 3 more goals. Russell Eels at the back post. We are there. This close now. This is a wonderful performance in the first half. We haven't even had to rely on my plan B yet. Villa, what a ball that is. Bends it in behind rather. Russell Eels getting to the back post. We're 2-1 up at Old Trafford. A better performance, frankly, than we played in the first leg. This is still very, very tight, but we've given ourselves one hell of a chance now. If we were to muck it up from here, that would be bad. They nearly did it again. It nearly happened again. They're giving us the space on the wings. Go on, there you go. That's the space. Slowy finds Russell Eels. He's always got space to pick the ball up and run into. Can he dig a cross out? This is where early crosses might be better. Villa! Yes! That surely does it. Manchester United 1, Stockport County 3 in the first half. John Villa has put on a show. His creative play. Russell Eels now. So what does this mean? They have to win this match for what, 5-3? This is a wonderful ball around the corner from Russell Eels. Great run from John Villa. And it's 3-1. We are surely going to a Champions League final now at this rate, lads. Come on! Just noticed that Villa actually got the assist for both of the other goals and has scored one himself. He is running the show today. But Abdurazak Slawi, that opening goal is, if we go through based on that as a starting goal, that is one of the ones for the highlight reels for the history books from Slawi right there. 3-1 up. Right, I'm still going to move to that though. Now a long range throw for an opportunity perhaps, and Villa's throw again, and Cabrera pulls out a big stop there. Another big chance for us. A 4th goal, and I will say we're through. They've made another sub. They've already used 2 subs at this point. Lane, Bofa, Slawi. Oh, he's got it. Karius is through. Can he find a good cross? Lane! Villa! Oh! He's hit the crossbar. Tight angle, working brilliantly. Russell Eels, go on. We need a run from John Villa now. This is where he needs to shine. He's in. Can he finish it off? Oh, what a save from Cabrera. We should have killed this game dead then, as is often the case today. Space around the side for Kieran Tierney. I thought we were about to concede a penalty there. Instead, it was an absolutely stunning tackle from Guard Dog. This has been such a good first half performance. Look at that. 3 players pushing up to try and press. Cabrera lumps it long. And, oh, it's flicked on. Guard Dog, that's a dreadful clearance from Guard Dog. They've got him through. Moles then again. Save by Nagoita. Yes, lad. Vinicius Jr. Vigo, he's got inside him. Slawi with a huge tackle. It's not going to be enough, though. He's going to go all the way through. And it's saved by Nagoita. Of course it is. And there it is. It's surely going to be done now. I'm actually amazed that they've not scored more goals today. Vinicius Jr. cutting inside and blocked. Players just throwing their bodies in front of it today. They've created more chances than us, but only just. We've still been really, really good tonight. That Slawi goal, the Eels goal, the Villa goal, he's been absolutely sensational. And there we go. We are in a Champions League final. Slawi's goal, that just set a fire under me and the team in this match. For a player to have the balls to do something like that, from inside his own half, dribble past their defenders and then chip the goalkeeper in the 3rd minute, that takes balls of like diamond. He's got diamond balls for doing that. And John Villa, man of the match, of course he was. He ran the show from the striker position today. 2 assists and his own goal to go to boot. That goal is so important though. That one really, I think, killed Man United. Holy crap. So we got £10 million for winning that. Well, we've won a few games in a row now, actually. That's what I would say. Since that Brighton game, we've actually really picked it up. We had that little weird spell. We've got Southampton away in the Premier League. That is quite literally our coronation, so to speak. But then we've got Manchester United again in the Cup final, and we've now won 3 consecutive football matches against Manchester United. I want to make it 4. So, next episode is going to be the FA Cup final, because I want to show that as its own episode. And I would bundle it into the Champions League final, but I feel like the Champions League final deserves its own video, particularly if it would be the last episode of the series. Although, I do worry that, because I think Barcelona is a different kettle of fish. We've not played them at all in this save. Then again, I've got a good record in Champions League finals, since I've been to many of them in these saves. But from the rebuilding saves, we've managed to... I think we beat Barcelona, actually, with Portsmouth. Oh... I am ecstatic with that. To win 3-1 at Old Trafford there is sensational. It's not quite the 5-1, but that was against a much stronger team. For Slowey's goal, seriously, that is probably the best goal I've ever seen in terms of an individual piece of brilliance. It is Messi-esque. Anyway, so next episode tomorrow is going to be the FA Cup final. Can we do the double in the domestic league? So domestic double, so to speak. And then after that, I think it'll be Friday, will be the Champions League final to see if we could potentially, you never know, wrap up a treble. It's on the cards potentially, and that would be quite something. Bloody hell, is all I will say about that. If you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, just for Slowey's goal, drop a like on the video. That would be sensational. And if you are new to the channel and want to see more stuff like this, subscribe. That would be magnificent as well. And I'll join you guys in the next episode for the FA Cup final. The calm before the storm is all I'll say. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.